Hi there parents, welcome back to another math hour. Today I'm going to teach you how to divide using multiplication skills. In my previous video I showed you how to multiply using place value technique. We're going to use that same skill here to help us do division problems. Now please remember, this technique is not to find the exact answer. We're just trying to round, we're just trying to estimate the closest possible answer to solve our division problems. So let's take a look at this division problem right here. 57 divided by 4. I would like to know the closest possible answer to fulfill this problem. Alright? How do we do this? Step number 1. You first take your 4 and you're going to multiply it with the smallest and easiest number in the world. And that number is 10. And then 4 times 10, which is very simple, which is 40. And now notice 57 and 40. That's pretty close, but they're still not close enough. 10 is not a good enough number to be the answer or to be the closest estimate to get 57. We probably need a higher number. Let's try 4 times, I don't know, how about 4 times 15? Okay, 4 times 15 or 15 times 4. 4 times 5 is 20. Carry the 2. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 2, 6. 60. All right, now we're very close. 15 is quite close to give us the answer of 57, right? 15 times 4 is 60. 60 is very close to 57. 15 is a little bit too big, so we need some number smaller than 15. Let's try 14. How about 14 multiplied by 4? 4 times 4 is 16, carry the 1, 4 times 1 is 4, 56. And there we go. This number is the closest possible number we can get to 57, which means that our answer, when you round it to the closest possible number, the answer will be around 14. And we are estimating. This is our estimate. The actual answer, if I did the division problem correctly, the actual answer would be 14.25. But 14 is good enough as an estimate, a rounding number. You see that? We're using multiplication skills to solve this. Let's try another problem. Let's try a little bit more challenging one right here. How about 127 divided by 8, for example. Okay? Same technique. We want to figure out what answer is close to 127 when you multiply it by 8. So, starting with the number 8, I'm going to multiply it with my favorite number in the world, which is 10. And 8 times 10 is 80. 80 is good. 80 is close to 127, but not close enough. So we need a larger number than 10. Let us try, how about 15? Again, let's try 15. 15 multiplied by 8. 8 times 5 is 40. 8 times 1 is 8 plus 4 is 12. Wow! That is close indeed. Looks like 15 is a good answer. But just to make sure, let's try 16 times 8. Let's just see how close we could possibly get. 8 6s are 48. 8 1s are 8. And 8 plus 4 is 12. 128. Wow! Not bad. If I had to choose between 15 and 16, I'll definitely take 16. It may be a little bit bigger, but so what? It's just much closer than 15. 15 times 8 is good. It's good. But 16 times 8 is super, super close. So this answer is about 16. If I wanted to find the exact answer would have been 15.875, but 16 is close enough. You see that? Multiplication. You're using multiplication skills to divide. Now, let's try a little bit of a challenge. Let's do double-digit numbers. Let's try, how about 782 divided by 14. 782 divided by 14. We're going to do the same thing again, same steps. I'll take my 14 and I'm going to multiply it with my favorite number in the world, 14 times 10. And 14 times 10 is 140. And gosh, 540 is way too small compared to 782. So this 10 is definitely not big enough. We got to try a bigger number. Let's try 14 times 20. Why not? Let's try 14 times 20. See if it works out. Now remember your place value skills. We know that in order to multiply a number with a 0, let's just do 14 times 2 first. 14 times 2 is 28. And then don't forget the 0. Take the 0, put it in the back, and that's 280. Not bad, but 280 is way too small. We're still very far away from 782. That means 20 is not big enough. We gotta try a bigger number. Let's try, how about 14 times 50? 50 is a big number. Let's give that a shot. So, same thing again. You ignore the 0 and just do 14 times 5 first. Well, 14 times 5, when you do the math, is 70. And of course, don't forget the 0. So you take that 0 and put it at the end, and you get 700. Look at that, kids. 700. We're very close to 782. That means 50 is close enough. But maybe we can get it closer. Why don't we try 14 times... How about 55? Let's see if that works out. Now, remember the place value technique. 55. Let's break it apart. Now, you have two choices here. I'm going to teach you the old method, which I taught in my previous video. I'm going to flip this around. I'm going to make it 55 multiplied by 14. Because in my previous video, I told you, go with the smaller number first. Break the smaller number into its place value. So I'm going to break 14 into its place value. 4 is in the ones position, so that stays 4. 1 is in the tens position, so that'll be 10. And 10 plus 4 makes 14. Okay guys? Always break the smaller number into its place value. And now, let's multiply. 55 times 10. 55 times 10 is, as you know, 550. And now let's do 55 multiplied by 4. 55 multiplied by 4 is, and if I do it with my calculator, is 220. And now what do I do with these two numbers? Since I added it over here, I'm going to add it over here as well. 0 plus 0 is 0. 5 and 2 is 7. 5 and 2 is 7. 770. That is extremely close to our answer. Is this good enough? I think it is good enough because, you know what? Let's try 56. It's always good to try. You never know. Let's try 56 multiplied by 14 and check if that will work. So I'll do the same exact technique here. I'll do 56 multiplied by 14. Same thing, place value technique. 4 is 4. 1 is a 10, and 10 plus 4 makes 14. 56 multiplied by 10 is 560. 56 times 10 is 560. And of course, 56 multiplied by 4 is, 56 times 4 is 224. I'm going to add up these two numbers, and I should get 4, 8, 7. 784. Not bad. That's a pretty close number too, guys. So 56 and 55. If I had to choose between one or the other, I'll go with 56 because that is very close to 782 when you multiply by 14. The exact answer is 782 divided by 14, 55.857. So 56 is close enough. So you see guys, we're using a multiplication technique in order to do division problems. And yes, it does take a little longer time. But this will give you an answer that is very close to the actual answer. And this is a very good technique in case you get stuck with long division problems. So give it a shot, okay? Thank you.